Hey y'all, been getting a lot of questions about the difference between facials and photo facials and whether I get facials. And I gotta tell you, for the money, I just don't think it's worth it. I never have. And if you enjoy facials and you like the relaxation and somebody just kind of rubbing all over your face for an hour and, putting steam on it and picking at your pores and stuff, well, God bless you. That's a great way for you to spend 150, 200 bucks, which is what it is in New York. I mean, basically the average facial, facials go between, like, around 150. You can get a little bit less, a lot more. I don't think they do that much. There's not a whole lot that they can put on your skin that's going to give a permanent effect. It's a temporary, maybe a plumping. It makes you sort of glowy. It can exfoliate, that kind of thing. But it's just a lot of money to spend on something that's temporary. I would rather spend the $200 on a photo facial or on an area of Botox or on a really good product, one of the few really good topical products that works. I've talked about this before. This is the SkinCeuticals CE Ferulic. It's truly one of the few things that I've found that really, really makes a difference. It's $125. I would rather have a bottle of this that will last me 4 or 5 months than a 1-hour facial for the same amount of money. So to that point, I was in Dallas not too long ago, and I got to see my wonderful skin specialist. This girl is an angel, Sherry Smith. I've told you about her. She's at Skin Technologies Incorporated, and it's skintechnologyinc.com. I'll have it on the information down there. She's brilliant, and so she did my Botox, and I did, the little bits that I do here and here, and I did a little bit here and here, and then I did the little frowny bits. She calls them like the apple people, those little dried apple people that are kind of wrinkled. And when you get that little wrinkly spot right there, and so she's like, make the apple face. You have to go like this. See, I can't even do it. Isn't that brilliant? Can't even do it. So she gives me a little Botox here and here, and just a little bit up here, but I can still move my eyebrows, and I can still have expression, and then just a touch, and that's it. So I had my Botox touch-up, and I'd completely forgotten about photo facials. I used to do them pretty regularly. And now to start photo facials, you need to do, it's intense pulse light is what it is, and it helps to bring the pigment of sunspots and things like that to the surface of your skin, and then it just sort of sloughs off. So initially you want to do 5 or 6, and you space them apart 2 weeks to 4 months, depending on who's doing it and what your skin is like and how it responds. I responded amazingly well. My skin's pretty pale, and so I had some really obvious darker sunspots, freckles, things like that. That stuff all came to the surface and sloughed off. And maintenance now, every time I go back, I've kind of forgotten them. You get used to doing something and then you forget about it. So I'm going to go back every time I go back to see Miss Sherry at Skin Technology in Dallas. I will definitely, in addition to my Botox, get the photofacial. You do the photofacial first and the Botox comes after. So anyway, that's my opinion on facials versus photofacials. I just would rather spend, if I'm going to spend a couple $100s, I would rather spend it on something that is proven to work. It builds collagen. You see immediate plumping effect that lasts. You see sunspots, freckles, things like that kind of come to the surface and then they slough off, and it leaves you with a much more glowing complexion. And ideally, I'd like to get it done once a month. That's not possible because I don't get back that often. But at this point, it's probably, 3 times a year, 4 times a year. It's just maintenance. So it's really good. Anyway, that's how I'd spend my money. If you love your facials, like I said, by all means, go and have somebody rub on your face for an hour. Yay. I'd rather have reflexology, quite frankly, have my feet rubbed. It's relaxing. All right, so there you go. Clearing up any questions you might have about facials and photofacials. As always, stay as glamorous as you can stand to be. I'm Maddie Roberts.